Alright, it's that time of season again. HvZ is upon me inside of FSU, and I thought I might as well make a quick update video. Maybe, I don't know if I'll be talking that much about HvZ until the next week, as I have some finals coming up, and I need to focus on them. But what I can do is I can show off what weapons I do plan on using for the game so far. And I walked around today with the Berserker over there, and I guess I'll start off with it. I didn't see anyone. I saw a bunch of humans. It's our first day, so don't really expect to see too many people. But hey, I was prepared if I did see someone. What we have here is a pump replaced Berserker. So, it's got has an internal spacer inside the spring, so it gets more compression, and of course my favorite rebarreling, and of course that is new. This has not been seen here yet. This is the Absolver cannon, and it shoots about 6 darts, varying distances. They can go anywhere between maybe 40 feet with maybe 5 pumps, with probably like 60, 70 feet if I go up to maybe 20 pumps, because I can pump this thing up a lot with that. That is a mag strike pump over there, which works really good. It works really good inside the blaster, and I like it. Can shoot any kind of dart, never jams, works great, but it's just bulky as hell. And it doesn't work very good with other weapons. It doesn't really work very good when you want to use something else. This also has been seen before. This is a voltage modded, spring modded, AR modded, shell removed, swarm fire, and it does really good work. It shoots right now. It's got enough voltage to get really close to semi-automatic fire, and I love it too, because it's the full auto, less bulky version of the Berserker, but it doesn't quite have the Berserker's fire control. And with the rebarreling on the Berserker actually gets a little bit more power, stability, and strangely enough a little bit more accuracy too, even though the Berserker is a bottom shooter and this one's a top shooter, so you'd expect this one to get more accuracy, but what the Swarmfire really is unpredictable as all hell. It's hard for you to really shoot someone good and proper with the Swarmfire. Over here we have my 2 little pistols, and these are the ultimate pistols. I usually don't carry too many pistols, but these are ones I'd like to have with me, because very accurate, they are very powerful, and very compact. Here's one of my pride and joys, a heavily modified Stampede. Has 16.8 volts inside a rechargeable AA battery inside the back here. Has 2 springs. I believe it has a stretch 52 and a weaker core spring that I managed to fit inside of there with it. So it's packing quite a punch. It moves. It's really loud. It's really powerful. You guys have seen it before. I've fired it shamelessly, and it's I don't know how much I'll be using it, because I don't have a lot of streamlines. My darts are in horrifyingly bad shape. I need pristine streamlines. You'll see a lot of other blasters here. Almost all of them can fire anything. This gun is like the AR-15 of my arsenal. It's gotta be nice and cleaned and pristine. Has to have proper ammunition. Everything else is like mass-produced weapons for the common peasant that can fire anything, can be smashed on rocks, and will still fire, will still work, reliable as all hell. And then there's the Stampede, and the Stampede is actually probably the most advanced gun here, despite the fact that the Swarmfire is also electric. I think that the internals are a little bit more complicated inside the Stampede than inside that. I like this gun, but this one a little bit hard to tweak. That's why I charged $10 more to modify it. And this here is something I'm actually very proud about. Something that has gotten the most positive feedback from everyone inside my game that I've ever received. This is the super modified triple shot, and this thing is amazing. It would be even better if it wasn't hampered by the fact that I don't have as much epoxy as I'd like to have, and its internals like to break. Last night, after doing a little test run with it, kicking some ass, taking names, I fired a bunch of shots inside of here until it wouldn't shoot anymore. and I knew exactly what happened. The catch had cracked again, and I mean again, it cracked the day I got it with the stock spring. So I mean, this gun is a great gun if you plan on modifying it, but if you do not, like, it will literally try to screw you as much as it can with just random shit breaking for no reason. And I think the only reason I had for it breaking is that I added a recon spring. So, like, the plastic is really, really bad quality for the internals, but I slap enough epoxy and enough putty onto it, and it's a solid blaster. I mean, right now I took out the big bad bow and stock spring combo I had, which was too strong. I intend to put it back in at some point, or see how it is. I mean, I have a 3-spring combination, so now 3 springs, and it's getting not the range isn't as good as it was before, because sometimes some darts may not clear the barrel because I don't have a perfect seal yet, and with the super strong springs, it just creates so much air pressure that they would always clear. But now it doesn't always entirely clear, but the range is very similar. I think before was getting maybe 50, 55, 60 feet flat, 70 feet angled. Right now with each shot, I think it's closer to maybe 40 to 50 feet. Slightly tighter grouping. I intend on fixing this when I get a washer to fix up the seal. Can't do that. And over here is a little oddity. I mean, I like this one. I have a right on the side here, Mad Max, because it's my little double shotty. I talked about this one on the pistols review, and even though I don't use it very often inside of HvZ, everyone else likes to use it because it gives you 2 shots. It's a pistol that gives you 2 shots, gets good range, always fires, and of course you can, it's rear cocking, so you can just strap it onto your side and just and it will shoot, and when it works great. It's a great gun. I mean, with everything else, and now with my jolts, I mean, I used to never have really a place for pistols, and now that I have the jolts, I don't really use this very much, but everyone does, and it's a great HvZ sidearm. If you're a fast guy, you can do no better than that if you just want like a side holdout pistol. And of course you already have one and cannot find jolts, because if I may be so honest to say, a double jolt mod would probably be infinitely superior to that, unless you count the fact that this one can be cocked with one hand versus a double jolt, which is probably very hard to cock if you have stronger springs. A jolt is already a little bit hard to cock if you have stronger springs, just one of them. 2 of them, you're gonna have to really pull down. So that's the biggest problem I have with my jolt. And it's another thing to note. If you want to know more of the power of this gun, I've described it as basically a triple shot repeatable jolt. Like, have you seen Rogue's Rogue jolt mod? And he had like a rogue turret on top of here? Well, this type of thing is sort of like that, except auto advancing, and each time it shoots 3 jolt shots. I mean, it shoots about as far as a jolt. That's my feeling on it. I mean, and that's pretty much the case. When I had the stronger springs, it actually fired a little bit further than a jolt sometimes, which is amazing. I'm thrilled by this, and it fits perfectly inside my side holster. It's my sidearm weapon. It's the thing I use for holding an area, and everyone else has the typical type of weapons. There's like an Alpha Trooper, or like a deploy, or like a long shot, or something like that, or a swarm fire, or stampede. I can take this out, and I can use it, and I can hold it, and if they try charging, then I can shoot them. Or if they're in a large group, I can take angled shots, and because it's a group fire, it's a burst fire weapon, fires 3 rounds. You can take angled shots, and you're gonna hit something, and it just looks amazing when you take all those shots. That's pretty much it. I mean, if I'm gonna be going with any updates at the moment, I'm currently hoping to win some vintage guns off of eBay, and when I get those, if I get them, assuming it doesn't break my price limit, I'm going to be making some lot more videos with vintage, and I'm going to be seeing how some of them stack up. I'm hoping to do some comparison videos, at least one. And as a final update, tonight I'm hoping to get my deploy back. And I'm going to do, finally, my second video of Under the Shell, where I'm going to take the deploy, I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to show you what's going on inside of it. And I'm also hoping to make my homemade Massacre reverse plunger barrels, which is basically, if you open up the reverse plunger thing with a rotary pipe cutter, I learned that 1732 brass with a little bit of dremeling will fit right down in it, and with some PETG we'll get a perfect fit, perfect air seal, and will remove all the dead space. And it's not going to be superior, but I'm hoping that with some stronger springs and my already stronger seal that I can beat it. I'm hoping I can either beat or match whatever the people claim on them. Anyway, that's my update. It's my little HP update, and hopefully good luck on my finals and on my game. Peace out, everyone. See you, YouTube.